Trump administration's not even a full day old, and already the rats are abandoning ship. Vivek Ramaswamy, who came in to run DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, that's neither a department nor in the government, along with Elon Musk for Donald Trump, he looked at the clock and said, sorry, I'm double parked. I gotta go. We hardly knew you, Vivek. Now he's going to run for governor of Ohio. Based on what? His body of work of doing nothing with DOGE? I'm Michael Popok. You're on Legal AF. God, I'm giddy already. This administration is already getting off on the wrong foot, and they haven't even started yet, let alone the apocalyptic, whatever that was supposed to be, inaugural speech. I mean, I was busy watching Puppies and Kittens on the Midas Touch Network, but Vivek Ramaswamy, remember him? Ran for president, and with much fanfare was announced that he and that his co-founder, Elon Musk, were going to be doing $3 trillion worth of government cuts with this new Department of Government Affairs. They got some office space right next to the White House. It was so exciting. Except now, it sort of reminds me of the old Get Smart movie or TV show. They went from $3 trillion in government cuts to like really looking under the hood of what they could actually accomplish in this phony advisory committee. And then it became, would you believe $1 billion? Oh, would you believe $500 million? Would you believe a pack of Boy Scouts selling Oreos? I mean, it just got ridiculous. And so obviously Vivek Ramaswamy thought, you know what? I got to get out of here. He didn't even start yet. Like, he's not anywhere to be seen in the inaugural photos. He's already announced, he put up this new dawn. I'm running for governor of Ohio. Good luck and good riddance. I don't know how you can quit a job that never really existed. It's like breaking up with your fictitious girlfriend or boyfriend. I don't really get it. Let's talk about the Department of Government Efficiency for a moment, shall we? What they haven't accomplished already before their founder has taken off and said, yeah, I'm out of here, hard pass on doing anything. Talk about a rebuke of Donald Trump. If he was that committed to MAGA principles and all of that, he'd like effing stay for the full ride, not leave on the day of the inauguration. It just shows you the problems, thank God, that Donald Trump's going to have in running this government. Especially when you set up this phony advisory committee. Now, look, I just did a hot take on this. There's new lawsuits already filed. There's going to be here's my prediction. Write it down. We'll come back and revisit this like in a time capsule. There's going to be at least 3 to 5 lawsuits filed every day for the next 6 months to match the hundreds, if not thousands, of executive orders that Donald Trump has signed or will sign. Everything he's going to do, they're going to match it with a lawsuit. It's already been drafted. I mean, we joked about it on Legal AF, like the suit's already been drafted. They're just hovering over the publish and file button. And within minutes of the inauguration and Donald Trump and his executive orders about DOGE, they filed the lawsuits claiming that it's an illegal federal advisory committee. It's not properly formed, doesn't have the right personnel. It's not transparent. It's not committed to the people. It's not accountable to the people, and the like. 2 different lawsuits in the District of Columbia. That's not the only one, And Vivek Ramaswamy saw the writing on the wall, and he said, I think I better go use some of my personal fortune to see if I can become Ohio governor. Yeah, we're going to oppose you there, by the way, and call you out as the phony and fraud that you are. If it's an advisory committee, it's done. It's baked under the law. Violates a 1972 law that I just talked about because it's not a proper FACA. It's fakakta is how I'd like to put it. If it's inside the government, then Elon Musk doesn't want to be inside the government. But if it's inside the government, like working for the Office of Management and Budget or something like that, well, then it's an improper delegation of authority. And we'll attack it that way. So in other words, tell me what it is or what it appears to be. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a FACA. Then and we'll attack it that way, and then just multiply this over and over and over again. And Ramaswamy took one look at all this, and he went from I can cut $3 trillion to I'm out, I'm out. And we're going to watch more of this. How long do people really think Susie Wiles, the chief of staff, is going to make it with Donald Trump? The average chief of staff in the first term with Donald Trump made it 4 months. 4 months. We kind of remember, we remember John Kelly because he was a former general, and we remember Mark Meadows because he got indicted. But other than that, there's a bunch of other ones in his 4 years. And the more Joe Biden did on the way out to stack it up with his 40 executive orders in the last 2 months, the more he did, the more Donald Trump has to undo. That's Joe Biden built a wall around democracy and a protective shield around a number of people in his pardon process. Now we got to see these people who've never handled the controls of the levers of power the way they're going to be asked to here, with the funding that's available, in the time that's available, right? This is an interesting graph, right? Donald Trump has limited time. I mean, it seems interminable, but it's less than 4 years now. It's less than 4 years after today. He's got limited time, especially to the midterms. He's got limited resources because he's got MAGA that doesn't want to spend any money because they think they're fiscally conservative. So you've got that, and then you've got what I call the incompetence quotient. You got a lot of incompetent people coming in to run cabinet level positions they have no business running. I wouldn't, as I joked before, I wouldn't let them run a bath for my daughter, let alone run the government. Yeah. So Department of Justice head, way over her skis. National Intelligence Director pick, way over her skis. Health and Human Services, RFK Jr., enough said. Okay. Medicare, Medicaid, Dr. Oz. Department of Defense, Pentagon, the guy that was on the Fox and Friends couch for 13 years and can't balance a checkbook. I mean, this is not ready for primetime players. And that's all good, because the less competence we have in the administration of the Trump administration, the better. Combine that with all the things that we're going to amplify for you here that Donald Trump is doing illegally, unconstitutionally, as he lurches from one constitutional crisis to the other, one abuse of power to the other. We'll do it all here. Saturday Night Live had a funny skit this weekend, which we've been saying a version of. Ben Meiselas, my longtime friend and co-founder of Legal AF, termed it weapons of mass distraction. Because Trump is going to try to distract from his lack of accomplishments and his most unconstitutional, illegal, and unpatriotic laws by doing crazy things, shiny objects. And the media, not us, the media is going to run towards it. Yeah. Oh, I mean, that was the skit on Saturday Night Live. Oh, this just in. Donald Trump's going to swap Connecticut for Italy. What? But, we're wasting time talking about it while over here, his failed deportation policies aren't working. His failed inflation reduction policies aren't working. His failed, tariff policies aren't working. But we're talking about trading Connecticut for Italy. Can't do that. We have to be disciplined. We have to be rigorous and searing. And that's what we're doing here on Legal AF and on the Midas Touch Network. I'm glad you're here. Take a minute, hit the blue subscribe button. Help us continue to grow this pro-democracy channel that I curate in collaboration with the Midas Touch Network. So until my next reporting, I'm Michael Popok. In collaboration with the Midas Touch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.